Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here working on a couple of tags, and they are wallpaper tags, and I wanted to share this with you. I was inspired by Cassie Dust to Roses, and I'll link her video below, but she did these cute little tags where she used playing cards and wallpaper. Two things I really need to use more of. So here's my wallpaper tags. I'll show you. We're gonna put this together in a minute, but I kind of got this one going, so kind of could have a plan here. But I'm putting my own spin on the idea. So what I did was I took some file folder and I made two tags, and this is wallpaper that I received from Maria recently in my birthday gift that she sent me. And if you saw that video, everything was wrapped in wallpaper and it was folded and stuff like that, but I saved it and I didn't even really pay attention to the wrinkles. I was like thinking at first I was going to have to cut it around the wrinkles, and where it was folded, not wrinkles, but where it was folded, I was like, oh, I can't use that part. I was like, why not? Why can't I use that part? So I just kind of flattened it out and cut it, like, and here's where it was folded. You can kind of see right here, but it's going to be covered up quite a bit. So perfect little craft to use some wallpaper that might have been folded and it maybe has a little wrinkle in it, and it really wouldn't even matter if it was showing like this. I mean, I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful just like this. So anyway, what Cassie did was she layered on her tags, and she made a little pocket behind the playing card. So my layers are going to be, this is a time card, and I have these in my shop if you need any. But she layered a tag over her wallpaper tag, and I sewed around. I sewed just because I thought it would look really pretty. You can just glue it on probably with like Fabri-Tac. I would probably use Fabri-Tac to make sure you get the wallpaper glued down good, because it's not, it's not just a papery surface. It's kind of slick. But anyway, I sewed around with some ecru colored thread, a zigzag stitch around each one. And you can see how pretty that is. Then I cut the time tag down into shapes. I had to cut some off the sides, and then I cut it, a piece. This is the piece from the top where I cut it down into a tag size. So that's the second layer that we're going to glue the rest on. We're not going to do any more sewing. Just my base is going to be sewed. So that's the first one. And then I received these playing cards also from Maria. And I wasn't sure which one I was going to use, but then I realized these colors look really pretty together. So I went, and the green actually in the playing card looks pretty with this. So that's two layers there, and we'll line this up in a way that we want to. You can center it, you can put it off to the side, you can do whatever you want. And this lace right here I also received from Maria, and it goes really well with these colors. And so I took a piece and measured like just that much. I cut off of here, I just went like that, cut it like that. And so I had a piece cut, and then I cut that piece in half so that I'd have the little kind of rough scalloped edge here. I wanted that on the bottom and just a flat piece to glue onto my tag. So that's our first one so far. This is the second one that we're going to work on. We'll just do these two, I guess, probably on video. It's probably all I have time for anyway. But here's my other piece of my time card that I have left. So we'll cut another piece of this to fit on here, and see how I want it to, I want to put it over to the side so I see some of these pretty pink flowers here. So I'm going to cut this one. Let's see, maybe we'll line this one up over on this side so that we can see this pink flower. But I'm going to cut it down to I've been cutting everything I'm cutting with my paper cutter. You can tear it, you can cut it with your scissors, whatever you like to do. But if you decide to try this, so I'm going to cut I want it to be about right, probably about right here. And so I'm going to cut right there. This has lines on it, so it helps me to line everything up straight. Lines always help, right? So then I'm just taking my scissors, I just do a little snip with my scissors to cut my tags. There's no certain size to make tags. If you haven't seen a lot of videos, like when I first started making tags, I thought, oh, I have to get a template and I have to make it a certain size and I have to do everything a certain way. No, you don't have to do anything. There's no rules. You can make a tag any shape, size you want. So anyway, so this is going to be our second layer on this one. And then I think I'll use one of these playing cards with these are art cards. See this right here? So they are playing cards, but they're called impressionist art cards, and they're perfect. That these little, it's the perfect little picture or artwork for this centerpiece of something, right? So I was like, and this lady here has some pink in her dress. So okay, I said I was going to line this one up over here. It's not really giving me enough of the pink. I think I'm going to cut a little bit more off my sides here. I would like to see a little bit more of that flower in the background of my wallpaper there. So let's make our tags a little thinner here, and then we're just gonna recut our little corners, make them a little bit bigger there so it looks like a tag. Okay, there we go. See, now we can see more of that pink flower. Let's see how our little playing card lines up on there now. I want to see everything. Is that possible? Let's see, maybe like that, or like that. See the pink flowers right there. So like that, and like, it's hard to get to see everything, right? Okay, I want to kind of layered like this. Okay, I guess I'm not going to be able to see everything, but I'll see a little peek of the flower there. And on this one, we'll do the opposite side. We'll see a little peek of the flower here. Nope, we won't see the flower. We have to thin this one down too. I'm just going to thin this one down quite a bit and see what we like here. And I still want this to be a tag, but I want it to I want to see if I can see more of that flower. I didn't really plan this part. I thought I had my tag done, but I'm really wanting to see some more of that pink flower. It's so pretty, right? Okay, there we go. So this will kind of just be layered over here. I can even put it more toward the top, and then this could be here, like that. And then we'll have our lace on the bottom. Okay, now this card's a little bit bigger too, isn't it? But I want to keep it all. So, kind of like that near the top though, like that. But we'll put on this side. And then we'll put this right here, maybe more in the middle, or just a little off center. Okay, something like that. So now our piece of lace will go probably under a little bit like that. Okay, and then the other piece, I pulled out some other bits and pieces here to put with this. I want to leave enough room to put a hole at the top, so I need to move this piece down a little bit. I want a hole right there because I want to put some fabric ribbon at the top. Okay, and then same with this, so let's move that down a little. And we'll glue this all together in just a second. I just want to get everything figured out here. So, okay, I didn't get I was thinking about using a rubber stamp, but I don't think I'm going to have possibly not have anywhere to put a rubber stamp. I have some bits and pieces from my Your Creative Studio. So some of these could go somewhere like this, another layer, and another layer over here. Something like that, just to have another layer of pink there. And yeah, there was 2 more pink bits I pulled out in case I needed them, but I think I wasn't sure which one I was going to use. Okay, let's see what this one looks like, just for the heck of it. I like that darker one better. Yeah, let's use this one. This is a sticker, so I'll be taking the backing off in just a second. Okay, I got more playing cards up there because I wasn't sure how many I was going to be using or be able to do. I have some more bits and pieces here. These are, let's see, what are these? These are like little ads and things like that. And these are little like postage stamps, which I thought might be cool if I could fit it on here. Like here's one with a pink flower. If we wanted another layer under here. Under or over. The idea is to leave a little pocket behind here though, right behind the card. The playing card. So that could be like that, but I don't want to cover up that playing card. So maybe up here. I guess I'm trying to put too much on there because you can't even see that. So unless I replace this with this, let's see. Hope you don't mind doing a little experimenting here. Flowers and flowers. I think that this looks better. It looks like a kind of like a label or something back there. So that looks better. Let's try this one more time over here. Now that flower looks cute with that one. I kind of like it, the flower on this one. Sticking out like that. What do you think? I don't know. You can't really see, you can see it, but you can't see it. This one shows up more. Oh, decisions, right? Okay, so I think I'm gonna, even though this is really beautiful, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. And then the other pieces I had were these they're like plastic, but they look like metal. I thought maybe I could put this on here somewhere. That would be cute, right? Look at that. And here, this one looks like a leaf. So I could put this one on here. I like that. Okay, let's glue it down. And see if we can glue it down right now. So take all our pieces off. And we'll start with our little time cards here. So you could make a pocket behind the time card too if you could figure out how to do that. And kind of, but I think I'm just going to try to stick with the playing card. I think that'll be hard enough. Enough pockets, you know what I mean? But I'm just, that's an idea, just to go ahead and make a pocket behind this too. Let's see. So my pocket's going to be right there. I don't want to think about that right now. I think I'm just going to glue this down. And maybe I'll experiment with that later, making some kind of double pocket. And you can see I'm using my Fabri-Tac. I just want to make sure this glues down to the wallpaper here. So I had this one over to this side. So, and I'm leaving enough room at the top for a hole. I think I'll glue down my lace next because I think the playing card was on top of here. I think I'll put a little glue right down here. Try to get very thin amount so that it sticks but it doesn't show through. And the playing card will be on top of here a little bit too, so, and the other little metal piece. So it'll cover up any glue that might show through. It's not really showing through though. Okay, so now the playing card. Oh no, now the this little piece here. This is a sticker. Let me see if I can get the backing off. Sometimes these are difficult. Oh, here it comes. Yep. Okay, good. That one didn't give me a hard time. So you can see I'm not doing any type of distressing. I don't think it really, I mean, you can distress this if you wanted to, but this wallpaper is so like bright and fresh looking. I want to leave that bright fresh look and not have it distressed. Okay, now I'm going to put on the playing card on this one. I'm just going to finish this one, I guess. Then we'll do the other one. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, Sherry. You're making a pocket, don't forget. Let's see. Our pocket will be on, let's put our pocket on this side. Let's see. So I'll need to wipe this glue off. You know what I do when this happens, when I forget and put glue all everything? I let it dry. I let it dry first and then I start over, like with the glue. You know what I mean? So that you don't have, hopefully don't have your, what you don't want stuck down. And I kind of wiped it off too, but yeah, it's already drying. You know, Fabri-Tac dries so fast. So let me see if that can dry enough. We might have to use another card if that isn't dry enough. So let's leave that alone for a second. These pieces can dry and start on this one. Okay, so this is going to be completely glued down. But yeah, I've done that before where I meant to leave the back open and then I put glue all over it, and so I just do what I just did. I let it dry and then start over. Okay. I think I haven't done it that many times, but you know, that's my solution to that problem. Okay, so let's see if we can do it right over here. Maybe by the time we get this one done, that will be dry enough to use. We'll see. I still want to finish that one. Okay, now we got the time card. We got the lace. Next, our little sticker. I have been seeing people make things with wallpaper, and I used in my last 2 journals, I used wallpaper for pages, and they came out so nice. And so when I saw these tags, I was like, I really absolutely have to do that. Okay, so I'm going to put this over to the side. Let's see where I wanted this one. Yeah, kind of like that. Like that, I guess. Okay. And then this, we're going to leave it open. We're going to leave a pocket right here, I think. And so I'm going to glue on these 3 sides. Using Fabri-Tac, I like to use Fabri-Tac on the playing cards, and I haven't found where I've had to sand them if I use Fabri-Tac, you know, to get it to stick. They've been sticking just fine with just Fabri-Tac and no sanding. So far, so good. So, okay, so I'm going to just kind of layer that so I can see all my layers there. I've got a little bit of my pink flowers showing here. So that works out well. And then we'll put our little middle piece on. So this is open. On the sides here where I could stick something in. Little whatever, some little goodies later on. But let's let that dry. And then we're going to stick this little leaf down here. Kind of brings everything together with the lace, overlaps the lace and the card and the time card. And this is also a sticker, I believe. Let's see. This I received, these 2 pieces, like metallic pieces, I received in Happy Mail. So let's see, I think we want it straight. I don't think we want to try to make it crooked or anything. I thought about cutting the leaf out, but I'm just going to leave it whole. I like how it brings everything together here. Okay, and we're going to put a little tie on the top too in just a second. So, okay, there we go. So that one's kind of finished except for the tie topper. Okay, now this one, let's see how our card is drying. Yeah, that doesn't feel sticky at all. So I think we'll be okay with that. Okay, so we're going to leave it open on this one. We'll leave it open over here. How about that? Glue it on these 3 sides. So let's see if I can do it right this time. Three sides. And then I'm going to put this one down a little lower and kind of overlap the lace a little bit. And then I can still see my pink flower right here, and there's some pink flowers right there. Okay, so this is supposed to be open over here, and it is. And so now our metallic piece. These can go pretty quick, right? If you don't do it wrong. Okay. And if you can get the backing off your stickers. It's coming. It is coming. What is wrong with you? You're starting to peel off, so just peel off. Weird. There it goes. Okay. All right, so this one's a heart, and this one's really cute. I only had one of these though. If I had another one, I already used it on somewhere else. So isn't that cute? Yeah, I like that heart, the metallic heart. That is neat. I'm gonna have to keep my eye out for see if they have any of those at Dollar Tree or somewhere. Those are neat. So there it is. Now we just need our hole. Let me put my lid on my glue. Grab my hole punch. I'm using my regular hole punch. Not anything fancy tonight. Crocodiles put away. So I'm going to just punch a hole right in the middle. I'm punching the hole below my stitching. Well below my stitching. I don't want to punch my stitching. So there we go. A little hole there. Little hole here. And look, I'm going to show you something that is really cool. Let's see. So when I decided to use this, I pulled out this this flowered wallpaper. I was like, oh my goodness, I have sheets that look almost exactly like that. Do you believe that? I mean, how much of a coincidence is that? This is from Maria. Like, you know, she got it in Florida. And this is my sheet that I got, my vintage sheet, shabby chic sheet that I got found here in a thrift store in North Carolina. And now the two have come together. I think that's really cool. So what I'm doing for my little topper here is, and if you don't like tearing, close your ears, but I'm going to tear a piece off of here. Not too thin. I kind of want a little bit thick, actually. That's how Cassie did hers, and I was like, oh, that looks so pretty. I want to try that instead of a thin little thing. So let's tear a piece off of here. And I do have vintage sheet bundles in my Etsy shop if you need some vintage sheets. I love getting them and using them for myself, but you know, sheets are big. I don't need the whole sheet, you know what I mean? Like I have plenty for myself, so I put some in my Etsy. So she had a big long piece here. I wonder if I can, because I think I'm going to tie a bow. She tied a bow. It was so cute. So let's tie it. Let's see how these look tying a bow. I'm going to cut straight for right now. We'll cut an angle later if we, I mean, maybe we'll change our mind and we won't want to lay an angle little cut at the end. But so how you tie a bow is just, you know, very simple. You just put your little, in case you haven't done this before, put your little end through and just tie a bow. So let's see if there's a back and a front. Okay, this is the back, so I'm going to bring these two together. Just pull off your strings when you do that, when you tear it. Look how pretty that looks already. Okay, and then you tie a little knot here. I did do it without tying a knot too, because it saves you some fabric. I'm going to do it without tying a knot on this one, see how it goes, see if it comes out right. And I try to keep my right side up when I'm tying a bow. And then even for the other loop, I kind of turn it and then push it through so that my right side is out. Hopefully I'm doing that right. And then you have all your right sides out when you get done and not your wrong side out. So you see all your pretty side of your fabric. And this bow could be a little smaller there. So it's not exactly, let me pull it. It is hard to know how much you need though. Okay, so let's pull our little loops even on this one. And I'm just going to leave it like that. I could retie it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to cut this one even with the other one. And so I'll make a little, let's see which way I want to do it. Let me make a little cut like this. There we go. Okay, so that one is done. And then we'll do this one. Look how pretty that is. I did make a tassel out of this fabric too, and that is in my shop. But yeah, I love this fabric right here, this roses. it just turned out to be so useful in like shabby chic or, you know, any kind of vintage journals or botanical or anything like that. Very practical type of fabric. Okay, so, oh, that one I tied a knot. Oh, I didn't even mean to do it like that. What am I doing? That's the way I usually do it. I am not paying attention tonight, am I? I must be tired. Okay, let's try that again. No, but I've been wanting to do this. I'm not sure how long ago Cassie did her video on this, but it wasn't that long ago. But it's been maybe a couple weeks at least, and maybe even 3 weeks. So that's how long I've been wanting to do this. So I cleaned my craft room last night and this morning, and I said tonight is the night that I'm going to do some of these wallpaper tags. Okay, right side out. So this fabric piece, these little fabric pieces could have been a little longer. You can see how I'm kind of like having a little bit of a hard time tying a bow. I didn't tie a knot to save fabric though, so I have enough for my bows. But you can always do it the other way, but I really wanted to tie a bow. And I have more sheet, of course. I could pull off another piece and make my pieces longer here, but I'm just working with what I already cut here for my video. But I can see how cute they are. So you need to pull that little, okay, that's as tight as it's going to go. And then, okay, so I'm going to, I don't know why. If you watch my videos, you know I'm kind of like picky on my bows. I just want them to be just right, you know. I just want them to be just right, that's all. Is it too much to ask for perfection? Okay. Alrighty guys, I think we've done it. So I hope you like this idea. I think it's pretty fun, and I would like to make some more, and they look so pretty. And then you can stick things behind your card here to put this in a journal or whatever, Happy Mail. Here's the lace and everything, and then you can stick little goodies back here. If you can get them in there, there you go. So little tickets or whatever, little tiny, you know, goodies. So that is the fun of it. So there you go. Or you can just have some pretty tags. You don't even have to make a pocket back there, and use some of your wallpaper and your playing cards. So there's the whole thing. You can clip this on the side of a page, or just, you know, put it in there as a bookmark, or even glue it in as a pocket. You know, glue it on two sides, leave enough room for your lace, and there you go. You have a pretty pocket behind. And then if you do put it in as a tag, you have all this writing room, and it's nice and sturdy with this file folder. If you use some kind of cardstock, I use the file folder for writing space, but I thought about using just some pretty cardstocky scrapbook paper too. That would be pretty. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting!